Кто-то пристроил как раз-таки огромный купол к этому.
Чин-чин.
Сегодняшний
Богу,
подаренный день
спасибо.
за хлеб насущный. И что мы тут?
Hey there, I'm Emgris. I'm not in Russia, currently not in Russia, now not in Russia, but I'm still filming, and I wanted to make this short intro because during the whole process of filming I was really excited, busy, tired, sleepy, etc. So stay tuned and watch our celebration of one holiday that you will find out about in the following video, so stay tuned.
We are probably already in. I'm actually calling this region Kakheti, but our guide says it's Kakheti, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a trip with my friends, and that's the way how I decided to celebrate my birthday. That was a couple of days ago, and we will be seeing a lot of great things, beautiful things, Georgian things, and try something as well. And that's the monastery, the first place where we came in Kakheti. So it's old, it's beautiful, and it's a great start. That's an ancient church, an ancient cathedral, and can you guess why it's black down here? It's not because of the disastrous fire, because you can see that it's not a black fire. Any guesses about what it is, about why it is black? Watching, I will be looking at your comments down below. We are in the cathedral, in the church, the Georgian church. They have their own religion, and I wanted to pay your attention to this cross. It looks a bit different rather than Catholic and Orthodox, Russian Orthodox Church. It has, as you can see, it has the shoulders that are bent down, and it has also the branch of grape, because it's Georgia and you have everything is around grapes here and wine, and that is also the view of the monastery. Where are we right now? We are in Kakheti. That's why we are obviously, probably you don't know that it is obviously, but it's obviously that we arrived in Vineria, because this is the, like, Georgia is the original place where wine originated from, and it's such a big deal here. That is our guide. So here we are in the winery, and I'm gonna tell you everything that I know about it. And basically we've been told that there are three types of winemaking. First one is the European style, the second one is ice wine, if you know that from Germany, and the third one is Qvevri, that's the Georgian style of making wine. I believe it, I will better show you rather than just tell you about it, so come on here. So that is, let's say, the crusher, where you crush grapes to make juice. And how it works, so you put juice over here, and a person who has who fasted, yeah, and he should be a man, obviously, because actually because women have very changeable character, and men are more stable. That's why they believe that actually a man can make better wine because of that. So you make juice here, come on. It's a little bit curved, so the juice goes here, And I wondered, actually, when I saw that, why this thing goes just here, because you can't put anything, any bowl here. There is no space for that. But how it works, it's Qvevri. Qvevri is this thing. So that's the sort of vase that you put under the ground, and you make wine into that. You put juice, you put for the orange wine, I will tell you about orange wine a little bit later. So you put juice, and you put the like leaves, seeds, probably not leaves, seeds, and maybe some like branches, but mostly seeds, and the skin of the grape. You put there, and it all does the fermentation, and then you have wine. And because Qvevri is this one is really small one, but in order to make it happen, you have this crusher being made out of wood, so that you can carry that around. And yeah, that's about the process of making wine. That's the Georgian style, and that is how things are done here. Kamarchova. I don't know the traditional dance, so I wouldn't try to mimic that. But how do I look like? And that's the traditional women's dress. It suits me, I think. Whoa!
После дегустации, вот рекламу Red Bull видели? Red Bull отреляет. А иногда молодые люди допускают очень такую ошибку. Они говорят, дорогая, давай садись.
And right now we'll have degustation. That looks like chacha, and that looks like really nice. That's the way how chacha is made, and here it is. So you put fire there, and then it's kind of distilled here. So then the main part of the celebration happened. The main in terms of it was the longest part, and it was also the one that resembles celebration, because there was the wine tasting, and I couldn't film during that. First, because I wanted to be inside the process, and second of all, our host was not really happy about me filming, so I filmed some footage, like a little bit. So what I wanted to tell you is that this host was like, you know, here this kind of host is called tamada, and there is the concept that is called the same in Russia, but the essence is a bit different. So here tamada is the one that gives toasts, that organizes the whole process of celebration, and this guy was definitely tamada. He was not a host, he was not the one who was hosting the thing. He told us lots of stories, he told us lots of toasts, he told us about wine. And what about wine? He said that he is not wine sommelier, but he doesn't like this kind of stuff, but he loves wine. So he also said that he was going to have some kind of competition with the professional sommelier, and no idea how it went, but he also was drinking with us, and we were not his first group at that time. Especially he was really dedicated to chacha, and that is the vodka that is made here in Georgia, and it is made out of grape. So when you make wine, you have this remainings of wine, and later you use a special machine distillery machine to make chacha out of that. And they say that you shouldn't buy chacha in the shop. You should buy and get the homemade chacha, because there is a great difference. By now I have not tried the
chacha that is made like in factory and that is sold in shops. I've just tried the local, the homemade one, and it's really high in alcohol. It might be up to 90, like we are calling this degrees, but like 90%, I would say. The wine that I've tasted was up to, not the wine, sorry, the chacha that I've tasted was up to 65, I believe. So really harsh, but it's harsh in terms of the percentage of alcohol, but when you taste it, it's like really smooth. And he also told us that when you drink chacha, you should do the following. So when we in Russia drink some like alcohol, like vodka or something, we usually do the following. So we breathe out, then drink it, and then we eat something or use a chaser, like some juice or something. But here he told us the brilliant idea about how to drink chacha. So you drink it and then you breathe out. He called it that you should let it go and just try it if you try some like really alcoholic alcohol. So just let it go, and it really works. He also told us, being tamada, he told us that some like preacher, some short stories, some anecdotes, and he told us that what I really remember is that when you're alone, you're like zero. But when you're together with your friends, that are, when they're alone, they're also zero. You're like eternity, the symbol of eternity. And that was the toast for friendship. And because we were there with our friends, and I was there with my friends, and this host, he found out that it was my birthday celebration. He made everyone make a toast, every man, because like I don't know whether was it a joke or some not really appropriate joke, but basically he said that like man should do the toast, and he gave them drinking horns, filled it with wine and made them drink it like a shot, like the whole thing, after they make a toast. And the toasts were really nice. Again, I didn't film them because it was something personal, sorry for that. So this wine tasting was at the Dugladze wine place, winery. They don't make the wine there, but they have the whole premises, they have the whole house dedicated to this. And yeah, that's a short story about how the wine tasting went, and here is some footage from that.
Сейчас этот процесс. Этот процесс просто он закрыт до марта. До мая даже.
Here you have the degustation, and here is the look of Qvevri, and you can see what happens. Stems. Okay, I will know that. Stems is the thing that, like, imagine the grape, like hanging, and this branch where the berries are hanging. That is stems. But probably you know that.
Можно сказать нет, но можно сказать попробовать.
Так, это прям театр. Чем вы пишете? Куда пойдем? Очень интересно.
Хотите попробовать? Сегодняшний подарочный день за хлеб насущный. И что мы тут?
Can you see those sticks in the ground? It's winter now, that's why you can't see properly what's happening. But those are wine plantations. Probably that's how they are called. And we are in Kakheti, so that's what they do here, and that's amazing. That's the place where they took us for dinner, and it looks so amazing. Look at that beauty. And we are having our meals here with this view. Isn't it awesome? So here is the monument to the girl that is wearing her mom's shoes, and they say that if you rub her nose you will find your second half. Let's give it a try. They say also that local people will gather around if you do that, so
Local men.
no one. Okay, it's not working.
So that was our one-day trip to the region of Kakheti, the region that is really famous for its wine. It's really famous for its type of winemaking that is original to Georgia, and that is claimed to be one of the most ancient wine making type and winemaking countries in the world. So we found that 4,000 years ago they were already making wine here, and my friends really enjoyed the trip. I really enjoyed the trip, and my friends told me that it's really like my style of celebrating the birthday. It was my jubilee, and I wanted to make the celebration something really special and something really unusual. It's the way that I wanted it to be. Because celebrating in a restaurant, sitting just and eating, is not that memorizing, not that breathtaking. And when you see the Alazany Valley and you have a meal in the restaurant that like faces the Alazany Valley, and when you speak to locals that know a lot about wine, when you hear stories from the guide who is really nice and helpful. And by the way, the guide and the driver were really, really helpful. We had a kid with us. Our friends have a kid. He is about 2.5 years old. I don't remember exactly, but and he needed a daily nap, like a nap in the middle of the day. And they wanted, my friends wanted to put him into the cradle, or the thing on the wheels. I don't remember the name. And the driver said, that's no problem, let him sleep in the car, and I will just sit with him. And it was really nice because guys could just have a rest and relax. And during the wine tasting, the guide was with the kid and were really, really helpful. And when the kid's nap was over and we were approaching the car at that time, when we finished our walking tour around the city, it's called Signaghi, as far as I remember, and we saw the driver. The kid was sitting on his shoulders, and the driver said, "We are awake." It was so cute and so really nice, and so we liked the driver and the guide, and they seemed to like us as well. So yeah, that was our one-day trip. And have you got any questions about Georgia, about Kakheti, about the wine maybe? Then leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification button, and see ya!